One final month to push for the playoffs or start preparing for the future. Here we go in Week 14. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 20. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. Play action now. Murray escapes the pocket. And that's incomplete, but he might have done a little too much to cause that. Flag comes out, and this could be interference. First down, ball at the 36. Out of the gun, here's Murray. Fits it through the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. That play good for 17 on a first down.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
On first down, they'll run. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. Finds his back complete. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. From the gun, it's Murray. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Going to the ground again on first. And he pushes it further into the red zone, down inside the 15. First down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Buying some time right. And that's caught in the end zone for the touchdown. The Condors finish up an excellent opening series. Now they'll try to knock the extra point through. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Condors will jump out to a 7-0 lead. And after they reach the end zone, they'll kick it off and turn things over to the defense. And this is taken in the end zone but not returned, so they'll take it out to the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. First carry now for Jonathan Brooks. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Here's Hill now. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Third and long for him here. That one's complete, right side. He touched him down, but a great pickup, and it's good for a 1st.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
On 1st down, here comes Brooks. And he's able to manage a couple on that run. Offense up to the line fast.
25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
From the 45 on 2nd down. And that's incomplete, and he's happy to have that one fall compared to, well, the alternative. Looked like it was going to be picked there.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Hill to throw. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
From the 40 on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And he gets it down to the 35 before stepping out. Third and a lone yard coming up. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Quick throw, finds about right. That was the biggest 3-yard gain you're going to see because instead of a turnover on downs, Brock, it gets them a 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Legette's got it. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Working inside the red zone. No one open, so he chucks this to another county.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. They are throwing it again. He brings it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
They've set themselves up well for an opening drive touchdown here, Brock. It's first and goal. Tight end going in motion here. Brooks does not score. They not only stop him, they backed him up a couple of yards.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of 2 brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
Went in the wrong direction the last play. Need to get forward 3 yards here on second and goal. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Neither side separating much so far. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Bank of America Stadium after this. Time for our second quarter here, and the Panthers are thinking points. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces third down.
You know, most pass rushers really don't get enough credit for how well they read those quarterbacks. As he was fighting his blocker, kept his eyes on the ball, and he timed it perfectly to get a hand up in the throwing lane and force the incompletion.
Shotgun now on third down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the pressure drives them backwards. And out comes the Panthers field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
And this one bounces into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback out to the 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Murray to throw. Finds his man. It's Worthy. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
The give here on second. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A 4-yard pickup, and they're just inches shy as we reach third down. Another carry for him. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
First and 10 from the 41. Back-to-back carries here. And he finds his way up to the 47 before he stopped. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's held up short of midfield after a small gain. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. It's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Brought in right side. And a solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Motioning the tight end now. Murray here on 1st down. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
My goodness, was that some kind of speed off the edge? There's only a handful of tackles in this league that have the lateral movement to stay in front of an end like that. Maybe time for this quarterback to start mixing up his cadence, his count, certainly making sure this defensive end can't get off the way that he has.
He's got Harrison. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, these 3rd and short situations, you rep them all the time. Snap after snap, rep after rep. You're expecting man-to-man coverage in that down and distance, and you're expecting to execute. That time on 3rd and short, they can't get the job done.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They've got a man in motion. They snap it to Murray. Touchdown! Kicking team on to try the PAT. The point after splits the uprights. And the Condors drive their lead to 11. Following the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition has in store. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Throwing his Hill. Has a man. It's Brooks. And then it's a catch, so the play limited to maybe just a couple yards.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
The play clock ran all the way down there, and this is going to cost the offense. Played just fine for the defense, so they're going to decline the flag and let that play stand. Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Running it after the penalty. Brooks has got the first down and more. And he's finally brought down up at the 48. He picks up 15 on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down. Running once more with Brooks. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late, great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
The rush gets home, and they stick him. We've hit the 2-minute warning now at the vault. The Panthers trying to make some noise before halftime. Let's see what they went with on third down. Hill challenges double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Condors have it now on his 8th pick of the year.
At their own 33-yard line.
Ball at the 33 for first down. Out of the gun, here's Murray. He fires one deep down the left sideline.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Here's Kyler to throw. Chased out to his right. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. It's a gain of 22, and that gives them the first. They send the tight end in motion. First and 10, Murray gets this one to Harrison. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll give him a first down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only one? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
Short pass brought in. And he's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. The Third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Operating from the gun, here's Murray. He's on the move. He can run it. And he's got it inside the 15 before going out. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the first down.
That's one of those occasions when you're sitting in the pocket and you're just looking for that escape valve. And then when you get it, you get space to run, and you get a first down, that's a big bonus for the quarterback.
On the move, headed right. And they take this in for the score. The Condors boat racing them to the halftime locker room. It's a Kyler Murray touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Condors push their lead to 18. Now after the touchdown, they'll kick it back and see what the opposition can do. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. A carry by Brooks to start the drive. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Working quickly here. First down, and they go right back to him. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47. Now we get a timeout by the Panthers. It's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the offense, their second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. They'll get this one to Brooks. Nowhere really for him to go. He steps out, and they're going to lose some yardage.
Well, if they were concerned about losing yards, running it on first down, it just happened anyway. Not many passes end in a loss. Hopefully they got a little more aggressive strategy coming here on 2nd down.
Here's 2nd and 11. Buys time, rolling right. And that's incomplete. 7 seconds left. Time for 1, maybe 2 more snaps.
You hear so many programs all around the league talk about it's all about the ball. It's all about the ball. Well, discretion, the better part of valor in a lot of cases. And right there, he understood it's all about the ball, and I'm not going to risk a turnover wisely, throwing it away.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Complete out to the right side. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Teams are back out on the field. Everyone is set, and the second half is underway. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That's now the third sack of the game, and I know how these defenders start to think, how many more can I tally up before this one's over? Still a bunch of game time. And this defense, well, they're feeling it.
On second down, it's Brooks. Juke the defender. And he rips off good yardage, but it will not move the chains. The rookie from Georgia in on that tackle. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Again, it's Brooks. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. They're going for this. He finds him beyond the marker. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best. And you get to see how you handle the most pressure. And it turns out, well, they handled it pretty darn well. And now they'll keep pushing.
From the gun, a give to Brooks. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Offense in the hurry up here. Second and 12 behind the sticks. Flush down now to his left. Caught, nice gain left side. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
I know they may have wanted to throw that pass a little bit sooner, but I'll tell you what, that receiver's ability to navigate his way across the entire field really set up the space he needed to complete the huge gain.
Back to throw, Hill. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. They haven't found it easy to score in this one, Brock, and physicality just like that, a big reason why.
And it usually is, Kate. I love defensive coordinators when they say, hey, it's not just what you see, it's what you hear. And you could hear the physicality of that knocking the ball loose.
Second and 10 now. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
Well, that one came with a high degree of difficulty. Had to balance focusing on the catch, keeping those feet in bounds.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Hill. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9. A nice gain of 8 there, and that brings them to 1st and goal. Here's Brooks. And he's able to fight this down to the 2. That's a gain of 8, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Back to throw, Hill. The back grabs it. He has the Carolina touchdown. All right, right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
All right, that lead cut down to 8 after that score, and the kick is away. This one's fielded at the 40-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
A quick throw completed out to the left. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be a 1st down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Oh, he taps it quick to the receiver coming across here. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
He easily had the yardage for a 1st, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a 1st down pickup.
They'll run here on 1st down. Jukes out a 1-stop. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
A split second, all that kept the defense from making a stand right there. It's amazing, man. This game of inches and split-second reactions. A nice bit of burst, surge forward for enough to go get that 1st by a couple before they could finally drag him down.
On 1st and 10, it's Murray. Finds his man, it's Worthy. And he didn't get much time to secure it as he takes a shot. Good job to even hang on through that catch there. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Running back sent in motion. Murray from the pistol. Forced out to his right. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackle made by J.C. Horn.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Murray. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down at the 18-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the 1st down.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. He's back to throw. Escapes the pocket. Looking right, and he finds him. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
Condors 21, Panthers 13.
All right, set now, 1st and 10. It's a sweep. He pops the pass forward. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
We call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
They'll run now on second down. And he found a little room to turn it into a nice game down to the 6. 8 yards on the ground, and that brings up third down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Back to the well again. And they'll make the stop after a small push to the 5. 2 yards to the pickup. They're going to be left with 4th and 4. So now the field goal unit runs on in a very big spot. This only a chip shot from the right hash. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Hands off here for Brooks. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
The one thing I can say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Hill. He's going to push one deep down the big game downfield. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a massive 35-yard pickup. First down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position by hitting on that shot. You've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
On the give, it's Brooks. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a first down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice that doesn't end up getting an offensive first down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Throwing his Hill. Hits his running back. And he's out of bounds inside the red zone, just short of the 15. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
From the red zone now. That's taken in by Samuel. And he'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
This is reeled in by Leggett. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
I'll tell you this, you don't want to make a living throwing into double coverage, but double coverage and still finding a way to beat the defense and haul it in. That's not a situation many players win, and a lot of quarterbacks willing to make that throw and trust their receiver to get it done.
Catch is made in close. And a massive hit near the goal line to keep him out of the end zone. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Now an inside handoff to Brooks. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. Second and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical third down.
So now, here's 3rd and goal. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Shotgun now on 3rd down. And it's cut in the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers now within 1 score in the 4th. So now here come the Panthers. Big moments as they go for 2. He's throwing for it. And he goes down. The pressure gets home, and they will not take another 2 off that lead.
Condors 24, Panthers 19.
So after making this a 5-point ball game, they kick it off. This return starts at the 5. He's got a lane up past the 30. There he goes on the right side. He does it. Touchdown. The Condors make it a 2-possession game here in the 4th. Now we'll see them try the point after. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Condors push the lead up to 12. After watching one kick get taken back, partner, let's see how well they can replicate it as this one's away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Brooks. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign well, they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Straight ahead, here's Brooks. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Give him 8 yards on the play. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
What a hit. He gets flattened to the ground. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, half the hay is in the barn when you get 5 on 1st down. And now they're in such a good spot where you can attack those other 5 yards in any way you want.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. From the 47. And he just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be 3rd down.
You need to buy your receivers enough time to get open along their route, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit them with the throw. When the line doesn't hold up, incompletions follow.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Now to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Here's what I know. I know this one, Kate, from personal experience. After this one's over, QB, well, he's going to spend some time in that cold tub because he's been in so much time on the ground, taking a beating today. This offensive line, this offense has got to find a way to protect the passer.
One final shot here. And they get to him and hold him down. What a play, forcing the sack, and that should just about put a bow on this one. So something to be proud of, Brock, as they come away with a win. Well, as they celebrate to the boos of the home crowd, I'm sure you're having flashbacks, buddy. It's got to be music to them.